Hi guys, well, I love talking about tools, so I figured I'd do another rendition of my cool tools, if you will. Now, this isn't just about a cool tool, it's also a handy trick if you work in a medium to large size shop. Do you ever have a day where you come in and you know what, you just kind of want to go to your job, just get work done, not have anyone bother you, just leave me alone, let me work, right? Do you ever have one of those days where you just want to drown everything else out, have a little bit of peace and quiet while you get to work? Well, if that's the case, this tool and this trick might be for you. I am talking about ear protection. What? Now, I know that might sound stupid, but let me illustrate. These are the new ones that I have. 3M Peltor X4As. They are fantastic. Comfy too. They work great. Now, for this trick, if you want people to leave you alone, these ones here, just the regular 3M Peltors, they might kind of get the point across. They're also comfortable. They work too. And guess what? If you got service advisors coming around, they got a clipboard with someone that just needs wheels torqued, or they just need something stupid to be done. Just quickly go out there, run that. You got these things on, working away on a vehicle. They're gonna go to the next person. You'll be able to continue working. And of course, you can plead ignorance, pretend that you didn't hear them, right? Of course, you can't get away with that every single day, but every now and then, you just want to be left alone. Well, get yourself a big set of ear protection, put them on. You are clear. Now, these are the ones that I had for a long time. And you know what? They worked great. Couple little issues that I had with them is they are bulky. So you shove your head in a wheel well, you're working on front suspension, whatever. You hit these on something, then it really amplifies the noise and it's really annoying, it's really uncomfortable. These new ones that I got, well, they're a lower profile, so they don't hit as much. And also I did notice that maybe it's because they're lower profile, there's less of an acoustic chamber in there. If you do hit something on here, it's not quite as loud and as painful as, say, these big guys. You brush this on some metal and you can hear that, right? Well, that sucks. These ones here, not as bad, kind of a softer plastic. As well, these guys here too, it's a silicone kind of headband, whereas these here have a wire band with a little bit of kind of plastic around it. They're still not bad, but these are so much more comfortable. These are fantastic. Might be a little harder to find. How to order them on Amazon. I called every single one of our local stores. Nobody had in stock, so nah, you gotta do what you gotta do. Now, if you want hearing protection, you want to also be able to hear people talk to you, then there is the amplified noise canceling one. The Walker's is a pretty common one. These are, I got a couple sets of these. One for my shooting ear pro when I go to the range, and the other ones, I kept these. I was using these for a long time in the shop. They are nice because you can hear people and then they work. Couple problems I found with them. There's a whole bunch of different models of these. These are the battery powered ones. The batteries last a really long time until you forget to turn it off, and then hey, no big deal, it's just 2 AAAs. You'd want to make sure you get the slightly newer ones. The first editions only had a single microphone, whereas these ones have a microphone in either side, so you can kind of hear where the sound's coming from. They work fantastic. Like I said, I use these shooting, and I'll use these shooting large bore rifles, and it doesn't hurt my ears, but I can still have a conversation. Couple things I noticed with these, especially these ones here, being a microphone and all that sort of stuff. You got these things on, you hit something, it's loud, it's uncomfortable. As well, I found that they're not very useful in the wintertime when you got the heater going all the time. It's really hard to hear somebody because it just drowns everything out. They are, being low profile like this, they are really tight. So, you know, some people find that they're not that comfortable for 8 hours a day. Whereas, you know, these things here, oh, I could, even these yellow ones, just the regular Peltors, either of these, I can wear these all day long. It's no problem. But yeah, these are a little tight. These are the Walker's razors. You can get a version of these that have a lithium-ion rechargeable battery. That's probably the way I would go, but yeah, I find they are a little much for 8 hours a day. But there's days where, you know what, I don't want to hear people. Anyways, so the other thing too is, of course, you know, I'm sure a lot of you are used to these kind of guys right here, these little earplugs. Now, 15, 20 years ago, 20 plus years ago now, getting old. I used to work in a fiberglass plant and, you know, working on boats, cutting and grinding all day long. These are what I would use. And I don't know what's changed since then, but I had no problem with them. Now I have a hard time getting them to stick. I put them in there, wait for them to expand. They will push themselves out. Or I have to squeeze them in, put them in, wait for them to expand, wait for them to push themselves out, and then, only then, can I push them back in and they will stay. Of course, if I take them back out for any reason, I gotta throw them out. I gotta start the process all over again. I used to have no problem with them, just twist them up, shove them in there, and they would stay. I could take them back out, talk to someone, put them back in. But now, they don't seem to work for me. They're uncomfortable. I find I don't like them as much anymore. I like, and particularly, these guys. Now, another thing too I might want to mention about this is, you know, loud noises are a real thing. Not everybody gets as affected as everyone else, but trust me, take it from someone that I've had it before in the past, and it's run in my family. I've had family members that have it really bad. Tinnitus is not something you want. The ringing in the ears. You know what? My dad's had it before. There's times where he's just sitting on the chair and it's like he can't move. His fingers are in his ears and he's in so much pain. You stay away because you're going to get barked at, because, yeah, you protect yourself. Now, before when I was working away, obviously I would keep these close by, and you know, you pull out the big impact, you pull out the air hammer. Yeah, you put them on, right? That's too much noise. But used to be, you had the 3/8 impact, electric impact, you know, this guy here, hey, no big deal. You just, whatever, it's not that bad. Now granted, these occasionally got a little noisy. Then I did work with somebody that they wore them all the time. And I was working around them a fair amount. And then, you know, I'd go to use these sorts of things, and then they'd be like, hey man, let me know when you can use those loud. And I remember thinking, what are you talking about? They're not really that loud. It's fine. And then, you know what? I started wearing these all the time. Again, mainly because I kind of wanted the peace and quiet. And you know what I found? It just, your day goes by better. Not only do you kind of get left alone a little bit more, but when you have, for me at least, I don't know, you might differ, but when I have these ear protections out and I can drone out the background noise, I can get more in the zone, I can get more work done. It's easier for me to just stay focused, stay on a job, and crank that job out than, you know, you start hearing other people and distractions. So not only has my productivity gone up, but my comfort level has gone up. Now, when I don't have them in, if I'm using stuff like this, it's a little loud, it's a little uncomfortable. Before, when I wasn't using them, I didn't realize it. You kind of get used to it. You don't realize that, hey, it is damaging your ears. Even just guys like this, when these stop and they're hammering away, particularly when you kind of want to go to about the extent of which these can tighten, yeah, it is a bit much. And then, you know, the other thing too is just, it's comfortable after a while. It kind of puts you in your own little zone. It's like, you know, fuzzy earmuffs, you're wrapping a blanket around yourself, it's self-soothing, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I do highly believe in protection, keeping yourself safe. You know what, you're grinding, anything like that, wear glasses, you know, the bionic face shield, anything like that. Like, always try to tell people, you know what, stay safe. I've known way too many people lately that I've worked with before in the past, and just the past couple of years, that have hurt themselves, whether it be their back, you know, crushing injuries or whatever, right? Just, it can happen. We are fragile sacks of meat. So, kind of a multifaceted thing. I wanted to talk about these guys here. They are awesome. Again, these are the Peltor, the 3M Peltor X4As, if you can read that. Highly recommend getting these. I think I paid like $40 for them. Really reasonable, and yeah, they're awesome. And you know, as always, stay safe. You know, we gotta do this for decades, right? 5 days a week, 8 hours a day sort of deal. You know, if you think about the number of hours you're hearing stuff like this hammering away in the background, you know, shop etiquette says if you're grabbing an air hammer, obviously you yell it out. But if you're using an impact, typically you don't yell it out every single time you're hitting something. Even just giving something a tap. Well, you know what? Next to you, it's loud. Keep yourself safe. You gotta think about your future. And these things are just freaking cool. So anyways, I just kind of want to talk about that a little bit, because why not? So hopefully you find that helpful. Hopefully you want to give some of these a try. I highly recommend all of these. Just be forewarned, if you want the electric ones, they are tight. If it's something like if you're going out shooting, you know, for an hour or so, no problem. They're quite comfortable. I love them for that. But you know, 8 hours a day might be a bit much. You know, these ones here, they're fantastic, but you know, they're kind of bulky, so you hit them and it gets loud. But these guys here, you can wear them all day. So, you know what, let me know what you guys use. I know I worked with another guy that had a pair of reusable ones of these, a fancy set that he put in every single day, and he'd wear all day long. I was working in a large shop at that time, and you know what, you could talk to him, no problem. I don't know what brand they were, where he got them from. I've tried the style where you have like a headband with danglies of these that you could put in and then you take out and it just kind of dangles. I didn't like those. I found that the headband shifted, it would fall off, all that sort of stuff. Same thing too, the ones with the kind of the neckband where they just have these and you just kind of plop it in. I didn't care for those either. For me at least, these are the way to go. Let me know what you do. Have you found anything else that works for you? Do you wear ear protection all day long? Do you wear it at all? What do your friends, your coworkers use? All that sort of thing. But again, if you do work in a large shop and you want a day of peace, oh man, you will be left alone. So, as always, just want to say thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.